Today we nailed another NVDA short on what I like to call a short the resistance trade, which basically follows a simple support and resistance strategy. So with the overall market in a bit of a downtrend still, with the S&P and the NASDAQ under the 50-day moving average, we're still in a scenario where we want to be selling short into any pops and into any previous support areas, which now should be acting as resistance. And today, NVIDIA popped back into its 10-day moving average, which also happens to be the same area that the stock previously broke down from, the 840 area. So you can see back in March, we had a bounce off of the 840 area. And then earlier in April, we had another bounce off of that area. And then finally, last Friday, we had that support area broke. So what we want to see is a pop back into that 840 area. And now it should be acting as resistance and hopefully start to fade off of that area, especially if the overall market is also fading. And so you can see from this daily chart here that we popped into the 840 and got that really nice fade as price met resistance and was met with a decent amount of sellers. And so as a result, you basically had this $40 move to the downside and a candle that completely engulfed yesterday's candle here. So to me, this is another sell signal and a sign that we're still in bear territory. The way that I traded this was on the options side, focusing on puts, and I'll show you the options chart in a minute, but just looking at the 3-minute chart, we had an opening where we kind of had this double bottom here right around 830, right around the 830 area. And we saw continued weakness around there. So I bought puts on this lower high here and took some profits really quickly as we had this nice washout into yesterday's close, which is this green line here. And then later on in the day, once the stock went from green to red, right in this area and popped back up, this is another short the resistance area here, because as you can see, we had previous support at the 822 area. And then once we broke down below that and popped back up, that area held nicely as resistance. And then you see another nice fade down into the low 800s. So pulling up the options chart, I'll show you how I played this on here. So the first trade off of the open there, I was buying puts into the $4, selling into the $6 here, just basically a scalp. And then later on in the day was buying back into the 7s, and I only made it into the 9s here. So definitely minimize this play. There's lots of room for improvement there. I got to learn how to hold my winners a bit longer. But, that's why I love this game. There's always room for improvement. So, one of these days we're going to catch a home run. But in the meantime, we'll just keep hitting these base hits and take each day as it comes. That's it for today.